Okay, good to see everybody. It is Tuesday, and we're going to do a Rashi from the third Aliyah in this, again, a wonderful parsha, Vayechi, coming to the end of Sefer Bereshit. So much to talk about, so much to see. We're talking about the continued encounter now between Yaakov and his children towards the end of his life, and specifically here in our Aliyah, the brachos to Ephraim and Menashe that Yaakov gives them, and the switching of the hands and all of that. In the end of all of what transpires between Yaakov and these two grandsons, Ephraim and Menashe, he actually turns to give a general bracha to Yosef as well, in addition to the brachos that Yosef will receive at the end of the parsha in the next aliyah as Yaakov begins his final blessings of his life. So after the brachos to Menashe and Ephraim, the pasuk says, "Vayomer Yisrael el Yosef." He now turns to Yosef, the father, and he says to him, "Hinei anochi made, v'haya Elohim imachem, v'yishiv etchem el eretz havotechem." He's giving him a clue about the fact that he's going to die, and one day that they're going to be able to go back to their land of their forefathers, to the land of Canaan. Right now, he knows they're going to be stuck in Mitzrayim for a while, but as a premonition, as a nevuah of sorts, he's telling him that one day they're going to go back. And when he does go back, he should know that Ani natati lecha Shechem achad alachecha asher lakachti miyad ha'emori becharbi uvekashti. I'm going to give you Shechem achad alachecha. Shechem, one more than your brothers, that I took from the Amorites with my sword and with my bow. It's a confusing pasuk and a complicated pasuk. Complicated because we're not sure exactly what he's referring to, but also complicated because it's interwoven with other passages that we know of that happen later, either in the Torah or in Navi, which we come to kind of implant into this pasuk or superimpose over this pasuk, which may not be a fair assessment. So I want to show you Rashi here struggles with the word Shechem, achad alachecha. Achad alachecha, I understand. Something that Yaakov is giving Yosef here is one more than the brothers. He's gaining something more than the rest of the brothers, and it has to do with Shechem. What is Shechem exactly? So Rashi gives two interpretations of Shechem. So one is Shechem achad alachecha, Shechem mamish, Shechem actually, Shechem, the city of Shechem. That's going to be a portion that you receive in addition to your brothers. So actually, all your brothers are going to receive one tribal portion. You, Yosef, are not technically going to receive any portion because it's your children, Menashe and Ephraim, who are going to receive, so to speak, on your behalf. That's already kind of a double portion, but leaving that aside. And you, Yosef, as an individual, aside from Menashe and Ephraim, are going to receive something in addition to that, in addition to whatever else all of your brothers receive. And according to this first interpretation, that is Shechem. And Rashi, in the previous comment, notes that this actually transpires. This is what I mean by superimposing a later story onto this pasuk. Part of what leads Rashi in this first direction of explaining Shechem in the standard way, which is Shechem, the city of Shechem, which we already know, of course, right? That's where Yosef goes to shepherd his brothers. So Yaakov sends him from Hebron to Shechem. That's where the whole story of him being sold into slavery occurs. That's where Avram enters the land. That's where Yaakov enters the land. Many things happen in Shechem. Of course, the battle with Shechem and the rape of Dinah and the whole battle with Shimon and Levi and everything that transpires over there. So a lot happens in Shechem. We know the place Shechem. We know the word Shechem. So Rashi is led to say that perhaps what Yaakov was giving him was actually the city of Shechem as an extra portion over and above his brothers, because what we know from Sefer Yoshua is that at Atzmot Yosef Asher Ha'elu Mitzrayim Kavu B'Shechem. We know that Yosef's bones, which were taken out during Yetzias Mitzrayim, once they finally got to Israel in the time of Yoshua, they buried him in Shechem. What we deduce from that is Shechem was his portion. Shechem was his land, and therefore they buried him in his own portion. And therefore, what we superimpose now on this pasuk is Ani natati lecha Shechem achad alachecha. I'm giving you Shechem as a portion above your brothers. We correlate that with the later story in Yoshua of this being Shechem mamish, the actual city of Shechem. And Rashi continues to explain, or kind of going in reverse order of Rashi, because it makes more sense to explain it that way. The reason why, if you're going along that line, that it's Shechem mamish, and that we see that transpire in Yoshua, the reason for all that is Atat tarach litasek b'kfurati, v'ani gam ani natati lecha nachala shetikaber ba. The reason it's connected to this whole story is because Yaakov is basically saying to Yosef, you are going to, in the future, exert yourself for a proper burial for me. And therefore now, before I even get to the blessings for the other tribes and for you and for Menashe and for everything else that transpires in the rest of Parshas Vayechi, I'm going to pause right now to say, because of that extra effort you are going to put into my burial, I'm giving you a reward of a burial place that's different and additional to what all of the other tribes receive. And we call that place Shechem. And then we see in Yeshua that he's actually buried there. That's the first interpretation. The second thing Rashi says here is Davar Acher. Maybe Shechem doesn't mean actually the city of Shechem here at all, but Shechem Echad, hi ha-bechora sheyitlu banav shnei chalakim. V'Shechem lashon cheleku. Maybe Shechem is not actually the city of Shechem, but maybe what Yosef is being told over here by Yaakov is that he's going to receive a double portion because both Menashe and Ephraim are going to receive land in the land of Israel. So Echad al Echacha means in addition to all the other tribes which receive one portion, your tribe, Yosef, is going to receive two portions, that of Menashe and that of Ephraim. The reason that's related to the word Shechem is because sometimes in Tanakh, Shechem is used to refer to a chelek, to a portion, to an area. And that's why Rashi brings many psukim here. I would suggest another support to this interpretation of Shechem over here in the pasuk is that Shechem many times in the Tanakh, especially in the Torah, is a reference to a Shechem. Actually, Shechem is just a different conjugation of the word Shechem, which means shoulder. So if you look, for example, at the concordance here on the word Shechem, brings up many, many instances in Tanakh. But for example, when we have Shem and Yefet, and they come in and they cover them, they go backwards towards their father, Vayasimu al Shechem Shnehem, Vayelchu al Choranit, Vayechasu et Arvad Avihim. As they go backwards towards their father, they put the cover on their shoulders, Shechem. We have, in addition to that, when Hagar is sent away into the desert, she's given a chemat mayim, she's given a flask of water. Vaitel Hagar sam al shichma. She puts the flask on her shoulder. She carries it on her shoulder. Again, we have the description of Rivka here coming to the well. V'chada al shichma. Her barrel of water is on her shoulder, on her shechem. We have again, kada al shichma, many instances where Shechem means shoulder. So what's a shoulder? Shoulder is like an advantage. I'm shoulders above you. So maybe Shechem here is really a reference to Yaakov saying to Yosef, I'm giving you a shoulder above, one stature above, one height above all of your brothers. And that height above your brothers is the extra portion that I'm giving you. So maybe he wasn't referring specifically to Shechem, the city, which we see later is the burial place of Yosef, but really to the double portion he's going to receive of Menashe and Ephraim. Those are two ways to look at the pasuk, depending on whether you read Shechem as literally Shechem, the city, or Shechem as a reference to shoulder or to portion, in which case it's a broader reference to the double portion that Yosef is going to receive through the tribes of Menashe and Ephraim, having nothing to do with the specific city of Shechem, which he's given as his burial place later in Tanakh, as we see fulfilled in Sefer Yoshua. The reason as I said in the beginning, I think what plays into our reading of this pasuk is what we know later. If we didn't know later that Yosef is buried in the city of Shechem, we didn't know that from Sefer Yoshua, we might not have interpreted this pasuk as Shechem specifically as the city of Shechem, but rather as something broader, as the second interpretation of Rashi implies. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Take good care.
Thank you, Rabbi. You too, and everyone else.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.